Dear students, I welcome you all for the online learning platform for the course Warehousing Automation, and we are discussing Unit 5 Advanced Technologies and Future Trends in Warehousing, as well as in the case of application of automation in the warehousing. So as of now we have discussed 4 chapters, and today this presentation will take us to the 5th chapter. So the 5th chapter is going to discuss about AR and VR, okay, augmented reality and virtual reality. So today the topics of discussion is going to be augmented reality and virtual reality, AR and VR. See, of course, today the technology what we learn is not newest now, because it has got camouflaged into some other form. Today MR have come into picture, ER has come into picture. So MR means mixed reality, so ER means extended reality. So virtual reality and AR, that is augmented reality, were considered to be advanced maybe some 5 years of time from now, but today it is not considered to be so advanced. Why? Because that has got itself changed into some other form by ER and MR. Okay. However, the application of AR and VR inside an automated factory or inside an automated warehouse is still very scarce. So it has got a huge demand in this regard. So now, without wasting much time, we'll directly jump into the topic AR and VR. One by one we will see. So first, augmented reality. So augmented reality is a modified version of the real world achieved through the use of technology. So basically AR means, see, we have got a physical world or a physical system. Why I am calling physical system is, inside a warehouse what we have got a system. We have got a system doing some predefined sequences of operation. So that's a system indeed. So whatever the thing we have got, that is going to be converted into a digital information. Whatever the thing you have got inside a real world physical system is going to be represented into a digital data, and within which we'll be able to communicate. That is the difference between digital twin versus AR. So digital twin is a digital representation. It is going to be represent. But here it is not so. Here it is going to be the same setup inside the digital environment. So we'll see how it works. The next case, virtual reality. So virtual reality is a computer generated three-dimensional environment that users can experience and interact within a realistic and immersive way, often through a headset that covers their eyes. So earlier case, it was using some apps, some smart devices, but here we need to use a headset. An headset should be used, and this headset is going to be the bridge between the real world versus, that is the real world versus the representation of the real world. So now let us close your eyes. You are walking inside a room. How do you feel? Okay, it is illusion, right? The similar experience you can get into a virtual reality. You wear a head, and when you walk, you feel the same way. How you just got an illusion, the same way you are going to get virtual reality. Okay, so first thing is, virtual reality requires a headset, whereas augmented reality, no, it do not require any sort of headset. Only smart devices are sufficient. So the technology creates a convincing sense of presence by stimulating the senses, particularly sight and sound, to make users feel like they are truly in the simulated world. See, you are walking inside a market. What do you feel? You get some sort of sound, then you see. Okay, that experience here you are going to get. Virtually you are going to get the same sound. Okay. So now the basic comparison is a real world setting and allows user to control their presence in the real world. So you'll be in a position to control it. Okay, you can communicate with the digital world to the real world. And VR, no, it is purely immerses user in a completely virtual environment and is controlled by the system. AR can be accessed with simpler devices like smartphones, enhancing both virtual and real world, but VR requires a headset. Okay, so with this basic understanding, now we'll see in the warehouse case. So the same difference pictorially represented. So virtual reality requires a headset. So this headset will give us the vision as well as the sound. Perhaps when you come for AR, just a system, it is going to be a digital overlay. So you are given with that information, that's it, but not an immersive experience like VR. So now applications of AR we'll see, then followed by the applications of VR. So AR application, the first thing is order picking. Order picking. So AR headsets or smart glasses guide workers to item locations, show optimal routes and display instructions directly in their field of vision. See, I'm going to sit here only. I'm not going to move anywhere. I'll just wear the headset. I wanted to know one product which is available somewhere in the deadmost end of the warehouse. Now, physically, I'll not be moving. I'll just wear this headset and this system will help me to move the way. If I move, how it will be. There might be some 2-3 paths will be there. So which path is going to be the best? Likewise, it is going to guide me. It is going to help. So this is called as vision picking. This vision picking approach has been shown to increase productivity by 15 to 25% and reduce errors, as demonstrated companies like DHL. So DHL has proved itself that when AR equipment was used, they are able to get a productivity increase by 15 to 25%. Okay. So now think of what is the cost with respect to a headset, what the company is going to invest. It's going to be not so costly, even like a robot. Okay, it is going to be so cheap. So that's the advantage what we need to carry out here. The next, inventory management. AR overlays real-time inventory data such as location, quantity and expiration directly onto physical shelves and products, speeding up identification and reducing time spent searching. See, usually we go and search, right? So we search, for example, you wanted to know some sort of tool inside a garage. So we just do all sorts of gimmicks to get that particular tool. And faithfully, what happens is the spanner or whatever the thing, what size we intend to select, except that all the other products will be able to see. Okay, but AR is going to help us to identify such things in a very, very easy case. And the main important problem in a warehouse is expiration. So you can't preserve the products which are about to expire. So which are the products in the verge of expiration should be served first. Before the date comes, it has to be served first. So how AR is going to help means it is going to show you, see, you have got 10 products. So this particular product is going to expire soon. It will give us an hint. So therefore we can select that and it can send it to the customer at the earliest. The third, receiving and put away. AR helps employees to find correct locations for incoming goods and provides real-time instructions for efficient stowing. Okay. See, at that when the product comes inside the warehouse, it has to be stored in one particular area. So it has to be towed, right? See, we know the towing concept is taken care of by AMR, what we learned in the earlier presentation. So likewise, it is made ready for the case of transit from one point to the other point. Maintenance and repair. So AR streams support instructions and schematics to technicians during equipment repair, sometimes with remote expert assistance. See, some equipment, say for example ASRS, so a person from other state or from somewhere from Bombay or Delhi, they would have supplied. So you can't expect always them to come over here for the case of maintenance. Some regular maintenance, okay, but sudden, some sort of some minimum issue, something like that. So this is going to help us. They can wear the AR, they can come into the system, being there maybe in the Delhi or Bombay case, they will be able to access our product. So remote access is the best concept. Warehouse planning. So managers use AR to visualize the layout changes and simulate scenarios before making physical adjustments, saving time and resources. So you wanted to do any sort of adjustment. If this has been changed, how will it be? So virtually they can just wear everything and they can see. Workforce training and safety. Yes, this is very important. See, today, excuse me. Today, it is a known scenario that in our country maybe that is scarce, but in foreign countries it is not so. That is, when you wanted to learn car driving, so directly in our nation we have been given with a car, there will be training sitting aside and he helps us to do all the tasks. But when you get into foreign countries, that's not the scenario. First you should sit on a simulator, work everything, so you get the proper experience. Then so received a sufficient experience, then only you will be given with the physical car. So likewise, even for training cases it is possible. Now next, VR applications. So VR application, employee training. Why? Because immersively they will be able to involve and they will be able to get the all sorts of training activities. So warehouse design and optimization, yes, this is another important point. Why? Because see, optimization is an evergreen area in one particular system. There is nothing called as optimized results. If you change the constraints, the optimized results will obviously get changed. There is nothing called as permanent results. That means it is going to improve continuously with respect to time. There is no saturation at all. Why? Because system should grow day by day. So likewise, warehouse design and optimization, it paves way for optimized workflows, as well as it is going to accelerate the planning to prevent mistakes, especially costly mistakes. Stakeholder engagement. See, when you wanted to do some sort of business, okay, so somebody wants to hire you as a 3PL, third party logistics. So you want to convince the customer. Why? How you can go ahead is give them this application. They need not to come to the warehouse. So just by looking into the VR itself, they will be able to judge how competent you are. So benefits of AR and VR, the first case is efficiency. Both technologies dramatically reduce the time required for picking, inventory control and training. Accuracy, automated visual guidance, confirmation steps and real-time data overlays reduce human errors in picking, packing and storing. See, the first basic thing is often we discuss about the term efficiency. We wanted to increase efficiency. Such AR and VR concepts will definitely moat the performance of the work. And accuracy, as usual, when efficiency is good, obviously accuracy is also going to be good with respect to picking, packing and sorting, as well as storing. So safety, yes, it's a proactive measure. Yes, it is going to help all sorts of activities to minimize the risk. And flexibility, so flexibility is going to be one of the biggest advantage. Why? Because it is going to help us, the worker, for the case of upskilling, he is going to take the pride of working. So that's how even it is going to help us. So reduced cost. Why? Because these equipments are not going to be so costly. Only thing is the software support is to be very stringent. So other than that, the equipment is affordable only. Now challenges. What are the challenges? The first challenge is integration complexities with existing WMS or ERP system. Initial investment maybe with respect to hardware and software, user adoption and ergonomics. So initially they'll not be comfortable with all sorts of things, especially people those who wear specs. Okay. Data privacy and network infrastructure for real-time data streaming. So obviously whenever you go for any sort of internet related activities, you are prone for cyber attack. So we should be equipped to face all such things. So with this we come to the end of the presentation. So today we discussed about AR and VR in a very superficial case. So how AR and VR play a very crucial role inside a warehousing automation. But a majority of the cases still it is in the infant stage, but it's going to be one of and really an interesting area in the near future. So with this summary, we come to the end. Students, any doubts, kindly note it down. We shall discuss the same in the upcoming classes. Okay. So thank you for your active participation and learning. Thank you.